okay, so we're up in inventory, but they're basing it on these shortage numbers. If I go back to January of 2020, which was the normal, last normal trending January, we are actually in Dutchess County per mid-Hudson MLS still down by close to 50% in inventory. Okay, so we are still definitely realizing an inventory shortage in our area. Okay, now couple that with a very interesting little dynamic going on the sidelines. Overpricing has not worked throughout the entirety of COVID. Okay, in 2021, during the height of inventory shortage, during the height of COVID frenzy, 595 listings in Dutchess County alone expired. Okay, this was happening everywhere. Okay. Expired means it did not sell. Okay. In 2022, 419 listings expired. Okay. This is all during this inventory shortage. Okay. That is showing that buyers will climb the pricing ladder against each other, but they will walk from overpriced listings. Okay. And these expired listings are proving that. All right. Now, overpricing and ineffective marketing is really what I kind of attribute to, sitting listings and listings that are expiring. Okay. Because if you're saying something, for instance, is move-in condition and it is a fixer-upper, you're attracting the wrong buyers. Okay. And that can leave a house sitting on the shelf too. So it's pricing and it's marketing. Okay. So you've got that happening in the sidelines here where it's like, now when we're looking at, we've got decreased sales. Okay. We're down 30.6% in sales. Okay. Now, when you look at that, you're down in sales, but you're up in inventory. I think that there's a little bit of an argument there for, well, how much of, overpricing is contributing to that, right? Because if you're overpriced, you're counting as active and available inventory, but you're not selling, right? So then it's decreased sales. So it's interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see going forward, how they really address that, and can it be addressed, and the expired listings as well. How are they representing that when they're looking at these numbers? So that's going to be interesting. But right now, I will tell you, it is still a seller's market in most price points. It's very strong. Buyer demand is very strong. There are less buyers out than there were when the interest rates were super low. But I will tell you, I have had 18 showing requests on my most recent listing in the past 4 days. That's healthy. And I think by the time my client accepts an offer, we will probably have had 30 showings. I mean, it's one house. Okay. Now, granted, during the height of COVID frenzy, I had 64 showings and 32 offers in 4 days on one of my listings. Okay. I had several of my listings go for 6 figures over ask. Yes, I'm not seeing those flights, and I'm not expecting that level of flight going forward. I am expecting to still see some multiple offers on well-priced and well-marketed homes. Okay. But I am not expecting to see the flights, the level of flights that we saw over ask. I'm not seeing, the cash is really taking a little bit of a different attitude these days. The cash during the height of COVID was really kind of like a it's mine attitude. Okay. The cash now is having more of an I'll wait attitude. Okay. Or they want to have a little bit more leverage in the deal by having the cash. So the cash has definitely taken on a bit of a different attitude than it used to. You're seeing much more buyers in the market. You're seeing different types of mortgage types as well. I mean, during the height of COVID, you basically saw conventional, and they were struggling to compete against cash. Now you're starting to see some more FHA mortgages come into the loop. You're starting to see some different mortgage packages coming in that just didn't even bother coming to the table during the height of COVID frenzy. Okay. So it's interesting, but the demand is definitely there. You've got buyers that really do want to buy. They're frustrated by the lack of inventory and also by the overpricing for what is coming on. So, you've got a little bit of a standstill there in the environment. But I will tell you that if you're interested in selling, I mean, a lot of these buyers have been in the market for multiple months, seasons. Okay. So they've seen leaves on and off the trees. They've seen different colored rooms. They've seen the green grass and the not green grass. Okay. These buyers have evolved. They are a different buyer set than pre-COVID. Pre-COVID, a lot of buyers had a hard time looking past colors. Now, buyers really have been in the market so much longer. They really have evolved. Okay. So buyers can see past the fact that leaves are not on the trees. If you're waiting for spring market just for that, I would say, honestly, you're waiting on competition, because right now what you've got hungry buyers in the market. You've got a lack of inventory. And I feel like, you're basically just waiting on competition to wait for spring market. And also we're in a very volatile stage here. Right now the interest rates are cooperating. Who knows what they're going to do in another week, month, whatever. I mean, right now we know what is now, right? So if you price right and you market effectively in this market right now, you could do very well. In fact, I already have multiple offers on this latest listing of mine. But again, I'm not expecting the level of flight that happened. I had multiple listings go 6 figures over ask during the height of COVID. I'm not expecting that anymore. I mean, I'm expecting things that do go over price, over the asking price, to go more contained, closer to the asking price, generally speaking. That I am am expecting. But if you'd like to see more, I published a newsletter called The Brick. Again, I had my 3-year anniversary edition go out last night. If you go down to caption, you can see the link to get to it. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.